30 years of age, is certainly the leader and a vocal leader at times as well of this OnePure Wolves team. So much experience, 3 Commonwealth Games, multiple World Championships. He's such an experienced player. Alyssa Taggell will play for the Dragons, 20 years of age. So one of the, I'd say in terms of age, she's neither young nor old in this competition. We've got 16-year-olds playing, we've got 30-year-olds. So right in the middle of that range. Dylan Sojasa, he is the experienced captain of the Dragons, and Rowan Apalasuk, what a revelation she has been. She has been so impressive in her mixed alongside Leighton Davis and in her doubles alongside Onona Pack. And what a treat for Rowan Apalasuk. If you'd said to her 3 months ago, you're going to play for 6 weeks and play alongside Oliver Leighton Davis and Onona Pack, I mean, that's dreams come true, isn't it, for a young player?
Yeah, definitely. And she's played really well. She's very aggressive in the way she sort of approaches the game, and that's really complemented playing with Oliver and Onona.
And really has grown in confidence too as this competition has played out. And I think New Zealand badminton is going to see the benefit over the next 12 to 18 months. And as borders reopen and international competitions get back underway, we're going to see players benefiting from this experience in the LearnCoach New Zealand League. Just about ready for Simon.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, OnePure Wolves, represented by Oliver Leighton Davis, Rowan Apalasuk. On my left, Huawei Dragons, represented by Dylan Sojasa, Alyssa Taggell. Huawei Dragon to serve, Alyssa Taggell to Oliver Leighton Davis. Love all. Play.
Playing
over.
for 3rd place and the prize money. $2,500 on the line for the team to finish 3rd tonight.
It's over. 1-all.
Well, just to talk her up, it's a little bit of an uneasy start for Apalasuk. Just not quite into the match yet.
Well, there's been 3 really good serves to start with from each pair. That serve there from Dylan just got inside her and made it really difficult for her to get any angle on it.
3-1. Fault. Service over. 2-3.
Set up nicely, just snatching at that backhand.
Yes, we expect to see both teams here trying to look to get the attack. I think the team that attacks the best or can set the attack up is likely to have the upper hand here.
Yeah, well played. Apalasuk very quick at the net.
3-4.
Not settled yet into the match.
No, there's a few nerves floating around, and rightly so.
5-3.
Nice and comfortable winner there from Alyssa Taggell.
There's some very nice changes of pace there from Dylan as well, just keeping Ollie moving and keeping them away from the attack.
Good combination. So Jasa sets it up. Tagle puts it away.
7-3.
It's gone long, so in complete control now at 8-3, the Dragons.
3.
And that time, Leighton Davis.
Out.
What's called out? It's called out, so the line
9,
judge was unsighted.
3.
And Simon Lynn has called it out.
It's a big point in the context of the first set here, because that just puts them that extra point ahead and the extra point closer.
That's better from the Wolves.
It's over. Four, 9. Out. It's over.
It's a rare service error
10,
from Leighton Davis.
Game point 4.
Chance now for the Dragons to take this first game in pretty quick time. Kind of sums it up, really. A lot of unforced errors and not the same rhythm and combination that we're used to seeing
First
from
game won by
Leighton
Huawei
Davis
Dragons,
and Palliser.
11-4.
They came into this one with a 3-1 record, and the only time they played Sajasa and Tagle, they won that 11-9, 11-9. So this is not their usual form that we're seeing.
No, they just look like they're struggling for rhythm a little bit. But in saying that, Dylan and Alyssa did play very, very well. They didn't play with too much pace. There was a lot of half pace, a lot of angles, a lot of changes of direction, and just really made it hard for the Wolves to get the attack. If the Wolves can get the attack with the angles that Oliver can create and the way Rowan approaches the net, that's where they need to get to. Dylan and Alyssa have done a very good job of stopping them from attacking.
Dylan and Alyssa have a 2-4 record, so they struggled to exert their own dominance. And in fact, it's only in the last 2 rounds that they picked up those wins, and they were good ones. Over Josh Feng and Anona Pak, and then over Jonathan Curtin and Justine Villegas, but they struggled early in the competition. But Dylan Sajasa, in particular last week, looked to have finally found his game and come to terms with the short-paced nature of this competition.
Yeah, he had a big win in that golden game last week, I believe.
Very vocal, determined to try and lead his team through to the final. That wasn't to be, but I'm sure they're equally determined here to claim that 3rd place.
Second game. Love all. Play.
As a combination, they are really on song, the Dragons here tonight.
1 love.
Yeah, well, that was a fantastic example of just the control of the pace in the rally. They're just playing it exactly where they want it, at the pace they want to play at.
Yeah, good serve. As soon as the receiver commits to that first forward movement, if the flick serve goes beyond them, they're in trouble.
2 love.
Well left.
It's over. 1-2. Two all.
Oh, brilliant. Wonderful angle and just slicing right across that shuttle.
3-2.
Oh, great set. Initially, a little fake and hesitation from Leighton Davis sent Dylan Sajasa to the wrong part of the court.
3-all.
Very deliberate with their communication, the Wolves.
It's over. 4-3. It's over.
It's a fantastic recovery by the Wolves there after Rowan being tied up with the serve.
Five, 4.
That's wide. I think Alyssa knew it. She turned straight away to look to the line judge.
It's over.
Nice control there again by
5,
the Dragons. They're moving the shuttle
6.
really well. The Wolves are starting to look a lot more settled now and a lot more structured with how they're setting up their rallies.
Well, again, I think Ollie knew that
6,
as he started
4.
to let it drop. We're in that horrible position of, okay, I've left it, but I know it's going in.
That's a bit of a point of no return then. That was in as well.
It's over. 7-6.
Anona Pack sitting alongside Fanny Megawati in the background there, so Anona will partner Rowan in doubles later tonight.
8-6. Out. It's over.
Service error from Leighton Davis.
7.
There's a few errors
8.
just creeping in now.
Again, that's better combination from the
It's
Wolves.
over.
A little bit of what they were receiving from the Dragons in the first game.
9-7.
I think the shuttles are just starting to slow down a little bit. So as they get a little bit older and they start getting through a few rallies, quite often they puff up a little bit, and you notice how a few have just dropped in now. Now with the slightly slower shuttle, I think that's not going to get in behind Oliver as much, which means that he can cut them off before it gets in behind him and they can just control those angles a little bit better.
Well, she was there, Rowan Apolisov, and then just steered it wide.
8-9.
Yeah, Oliver Leighton-Davis says, come on. And Apallisook obliges.
Service over. 10.
You can just see
Game
the Wolves
point.
starting to step forward
8.
in the court a little bit. With the slower shuttle, it's not going back as much, so it's really important that they're both looking to come forward and cover those gaps in the front of the court to get the attack. Once you get on the defence, it's really, really hard to get it back up and over them with the slower shuttle.
And they do take us to a third game. So Jasa is disappointed. You can see that, wanting to wrap it up into
Second
desperate
game
to
won
get
by
his team
OnePure
off to
Wolves.
a very good start.
11-8. One
But,
game.
we are
all.
going to go to a third. So many of these matches throughout this entire LearnCoach New Zealand League have gone the distance, and of course many of the ties have gone to golden game. As we'll have a listen into Fanny Megawati.
A bit with the push, placing, push, placing, push. Yeah, get rid. Yes. Every time you serve, they always push. Yeah, you get rid of it. Yes, yes. Okay. Yeah, you can do it. Yeah, keep relaxed like that. Very good. Yeah, can do it. Yeah.
What do you make of Fanny's instructions?
Oh, I think it's just really they need to be ready for the push. In the first game where the Dragons got the big advantages, in that front court they were able to push in behind Oliver, and they were getting the speed on the shuttle, and they're just pulling him out of position. So when the shuttle was flat in behind him fast, that then creates a bigger space around Rowan, so they can then have more space to play the next shuttle into. That second set there, as it sort of slowed down, what was happening is the push from the front of the court wasn't getting past Oliver, so he was able to cut it out, get it into the front quarter, into a gap, and generate a lift for himself. Once the Wolves were set in a nice attacking position, they're really, really strong, because then the attacking player with Oliver at the back, with all his experience, can hit the angles he wants to make it easy for his partner. And as we said, Rowan, being a very attacking player, was in a really good spot, really good place to just really put the icing on the cake.
Play.
So momentum with the Wolves.
One love.
Oh, takes a deflection, and really the moment it changed its trajectory there, so Jasa was no chance.
So this is where it could be interesting. If I was the Dragons, would have been looking to change the shuttle a little bit earlier. With the new shuttle coming out, this will be a little bit faster, and I think the Dragons play a little bit better with the faster shuttle.
Oh.
Well, that won't help their cause. The rally not that long either.
3 love.
So the shuttle will stay reasonably fresh, but they were on the end of the power from the Wolves. I'll tell you what, it's one-way traffic at the moment.
Yeah, they're just a bit short with their length. So if they are going to defend, they need to make sure that Ollie's all the way at the back. When he's in that mid-court, there's not a lot they can do, really.
So Ricky Zegerman has seen enough and called timeout to have a chat with Dylan Sajasa and Alyssa Tagle. This is remarkable, the way that this has turned. They were in complete control of that first game, 11-4. And then game two was very much tit for tat. It was level pegging much of the way. But this is all the Wolves in game three.
Yeah, they just really need to find a way to get the attack back. The big difference in that first set was they're playing a lot more at tape level or above the tape. The last sort of
4 love.
this part of the set and the second half of last set, they were a lot more below the tape, playing up into the court, which is a big advantage to the Wolves.
And so it continues. And Rowan Apallisook now has her tail up. She's full of
5
confidence.
love.
Well, the Wolves came through a couple of sketchy moments really well. Looked like they might have lost their way mid-rally, but recovered superbly.
Yeah, it was fantastic movement of the shuttle by the Dragons, and Rowan did really well there to play a shot but read and know where the next one was going, so she was in exactly the right place when she needed to be there.
Now, even the simpler shots seemingly difficult for the Dragons. Hard to see them fighting their way out of this now. So it continues.
8-love.
At the moment, the move from Fanny Megawati to change the order and put Leighton Davis and Palasuk back at the top of the order is looking like a masterstroke.
It's over. 1-8.
Oh, wouldn't
It's over.
just trickle over.
Nine, 1.
Leighton Davis now to serve. Has made a couple of errors.
It's over. 2-9. Three, 9.
Called fault by the service judge.
4. Service fault call, too high. Service over.
So
10,
those
match
machines on the
point
side of the court
3.
that you see measure out 1.15 metres, so the serve must be hit below that height.
Game.
And they do win it on their first opportunity at match points. Leighton Davis and Rowan Palasuk, that is quite the comeback. Look at that. You put a line down the middle of that score and it's almost mirror image. The first game was dominated by the Dragons. So the second was very even, but that is comprehensive. 11-3 in the third.
11-8.
In the third place playoff, you want to make every poster winner, and they've got off to a winning start, have the OnePure Wolves. They just stayed patient. They just stayed very calm, didn't they, through that first game, and then really just proceeded to dismantle the Dragons in game 3.
Yeah, the Dragons come out and they started really fast. They moved the shuttle really well around the court, and they really negated the Wolves' attack. So they did really well to stop them getting the advantage early in the rallies. As it sort of leveled out and the nerves went away, the Wolves really got the attack back, and the Dragons just lost a little bit of length. Now over to Andrew with the winners.
Thanks, Brent. Well done, guys, but man, you turned that around. It wasn't a great start, was it? But you really found your rhythm and turned it around, and game 3 was superb. What were you guys talking about in that first game? Did you identify anything that was at issue?
I think I was really nervous in the first game, so I was really tense, and I was trying to finish everything off. So Ollie and Fanny just told me to calm down and just take it every point at a time. So.
And but it's a great response, Ollie. You know, the message came from the coaches, and you guys found a way to get it done.
Yeah, we did. I think we were both a little bit impatient at the start there, and we gave them a little bit too much speed to work with, and then they opened us up as well, and they caught me sleeping a little bit in the first three with some kind of unexpected returns. So, yeah, there's credit to them for that. But we managed to adjust, especially in the start of the third as well, and really happy with how we did turn it around.
Yeah, well done, guys. Get your team off to a great start chasing that third place. Important, isn't it? You want that third place prize money. Yeah, absolutely. The big nods and yeses to that question. Thanks, guys. Well done. Congratulations. Rowan Apalasuk and Oliver Leighton-Davis get the OnePure Wolves off to the perfect start. They struggled in the first game, but they won it with a dominant performance in the third. Next up, I can tell you that our men's singles combatants have been warming up against each other. So good mates go head-to-head next.
Welcome back to the Waitakere Badminton Centre for the LearnCoach New Zealand Badminton League. It is finals week, and tonight it is all about third and fourth on the league table. The Huawei Dragons and the OnePure Wolves, and they go head-to-head with the Wolves leading 1-love in the tie after that first up win by Leighton-Davis and Palasuk in the mixed doubles. We have our singles next, then men's and women's doubles, and we wrap things up tonight potentially with mixed doubles because, of course, these ties... Well, they do have a record of going to Golden Game. These two teams did so last time they met. But let's welcome our singles exponents now. It's Oscar Guo and Josh Feng. Trish Gubb, our umpire for this one, leads the players out, and As I mentioned just in the preview to this one, these two players have been warming up together. They're good mates, they know each other well, but they'll put that friendship aside for the next 15 minutes or so.
Okay. Josh, black or green? Black called. Green, your choice. Send, receive.
And Brent Miller alongside, community manager with Badminton New Zealand. That's been the nature of this competition. Many of the players know each other very well, know their games very well. And in this case, these two have already played twice. Oscar's won on both occasions. But, you know, there's no secrets. There's no hiding. Oscar Guo, we see at 19 years of age. No ranking at the moment, but he'll sneak back up into the rankings pretty quickly with his activity levels increasing after taking that time out for his pre-med studies. And up against the OnePure Wolves men's singles specialist in Joshua Feng. And he's had a rough ride through this competition. He is yet to get a win on the board, but he has proven competitive in a number of those matches. But he has struggled against Oscar, going down the last time they met 11-3, 11-4, so he's got to start well here.
Yeah, well, I think they know each other very, very well, and that makes a big, big difference as well. If you know what you're expecting, you can sort of have a bit of a plan towards it. It's very much, or it's probably a lot harder as the underdog, trying to get the win over that person who does know you that well. These guys went to school together, they trained together, they're from the same association. They've played roughly the same age brackets since they were under 13s. So you could say they've probably played each other more than a handful of times.
Oscar's record is, I think, a reflection of his time out from the game, that he maybe has struggled to find his game consistently, given that he's been away from competitive badminton for just a little while. He's got a 2-win, 4-loss record, and that's perhaps as a surprise. He might have expected to have done a little better, but he's very competitive. But as I say, when you're away from the game, even for a brief period, you can be a little rusty when you come back.
Yeah, well, I think we've also got to look at the quality of the other players in the competition.
Ready to play?
Obviously his losses coming against Marnie and Edward, who have had fantastic tournaments. But he's been very competitive in those matches as well.
Serving, Oscar. You are serving.
He is a powerful figure, Oscar Guo. All explosiveness when he launches into his game. And he's very much a front runner as well. If he starts well and gets away quickly, then Josh Feng really will have his hands full.
Yeah, he loves the attack. What'll be interesting here is the height that Josh is able to play at.
Ladies and gentlemen,
he'll need to attack,
on my
but he'll
right,
also need to move him.
Huawei Dragons, represented by Oscar Guo. And on my left, OnePure Wolves, represented by Joshua Feng. Huawei Dragons to serve. Love all. Play.
Fantastic length there by Josh. He was able to make Oscar go all the way back and try and earn his points all the way from the back of the court.
Certainly that's one of the keys, isn't it? Don't allow Guo to get into his offensive game. Keep him on the defense as much as you can.
Yeah, well, it's probably just making him attack from the right areas of the court. It's unavoidable that a player of that quality to expect him not to attack. He's going to attack, but we've just got to make him attack from the areas of the court where he's not going to damage you so much.
Nicely played by Feng.
Service over. 2-1.
Oh, lovely. Guo was headed to the backcourt, but Feng had other ideas, just pinned him in that front court. This is a good start from Josh Feng.
Yeah, it's also dropped a few degrees in the hall, so that changes the speed of the shuttle again. So that's going to play a little bit more into Josh's hands, and he's going to not have, it's going to mean Oscar's attack isn't going to have the same heat on it that it normally does.
Oh, he thought he'd moved into a position of authority, Feng. Very good rally from both players.
2-3.
Yeah, no, Oscar was a little bit lucky there. He'd done all the hard work, and Josh had got into a good position and just sort of lost his way.
Confirmation also tonight that if either team is able to reach 4 wins, then the tie would end at that moment. The remaining matches would not be played, given that it is a playoff situation. Straight points now for Guo.
5.
Yeah, the rallies have just flattened out a little bit, and I think that plays more into Oscar's hands. Josh just needs to try and get a little bit more height on and try and make the rallies a little bit longer.
That's nice. Good quality again from both players.
6-3.
So quick to turn defence into attack, Oscar Guo. And this is a remarkable run now. Remember, he was 3-1 down.
Service over. 4-8. Out. Service over. 9-4.
anticipating the shot that
10.
Feng is playing.
Game point.
Yeah, he was all over
4.
that one. He's just stepped up the pace a bit here, and he's well in control of what's happening.
Game.
It's a pretty good performance from Oscar Guay. Won't be pleased with the start at 3-1
First game
down.
won by Huawei Dragons, 11-4.
He went on a scoring run there of 6 or 7 points in succession and just broke the spirit, it seemed, of Josh Feng.
That's what he expects. Yeah. So every time when he start to play drive, yeah, you try to hide it a little bit over him. Yeah, that's one thing. Secondly, when the shuttle is already your shuttle, yeah, you adjust. Not so tight. Center also can. Hit it to the center. Yeah, and then use your slice a little bit. Not always full smash. Slice it so the shuttle a little bit stiff, so it's difficult for him. Yeah, and the last one, yeah, when you already he drop, you stop it, net, block it, and then don't move back too fast. Block it and stay there. Stay and then get ready. When he already push again, you higher over him. Unless your position good, you can smash it. Yeah? Sorry? Just straight placing. But you get ready. Remember, if you two behind already, under pressure too much, yeah? Faster a bit and then ready cross. Most of the time he crossed it. You get ready a bit. Yeah? You can do it, Josh. Yeah? But try to cut down your mistake.
So a lot of information there for Josh Feng from Fanny Megawati, but concerned it seemed about the pace of play, but also positioning. Wants Josh to perhaps try and stay and dominate the front court a bit.
Yeah, so we saw in one of the rallies early in the set, in the first game, where Oscar run away from the net. So what she's asking him to do is, rather than just give the attack away, is just hold his position on the net, but also just play his pace and just move Oscar a little bit more.
Love all. Play. Service over.
So that was the change of pace
Love.
and height that Fanny was talking about in the interval there. So we saw Josh, rather than go and pull the trigger and try and attack at full speed, there was a lot of half-paced attack just to sort of take pace out and move Oscar in the court. But when he was playing over his head, to play with a bit more height to make him get all the way back.
Service over. 1 all.
Obviously, Oscar's big weapon is a smash, but if he's all the way on the back line, a player of Josh's ability should be able to get that back and still make Oscar work for his point if he's attacking from all the way back there.
2, 1.
Sustained pressure though, isn't it, from off a racket of Guo. You just have to be alert every hit of the shuttle.
Well, I guess that's the challenge. When you're playing someone that you're normally wouldn't beat, then, or that level that's just that little bit higher, then you feel like you have to put it that much closer to the net or that much closer to the line, and that's where the unforced errors creep in. And we can just see at the moment, he's in the rallies, but he's just making those errors because of the pressure that the person on the other side of the court.
It's over. 2, 3. Service over. 4, 2.
So that was another example there. He controlled the whole rally there, Josh, but just tried to play it that little bit too tight, and he just needed to keep the patience in the rally.
do see the body language change quite
5,
quickly
2.
with Josh Feng.
Yeah,
Just searching for a game win, searching for a win in a match.
I suspect we're going to see a timeout very shortly if he doesn't pick up a couple of points.
Well, and that's why it's quite dispiriting, because
6,
at times
2.
he's giving his best, but Guo is just a bit of a backboard at the moment. It's all coming back at Feng.
Out. 7, 2.
There is the
OnePure
timeout.
Wolves.
So I wonder if that could have been called a couple of points earlier. I agree with you, Brent, that the signs were there, but he was starting to just struggle mentally as much as anything. Just pacing about there. He's frustrated, isn't he?
Yeah, and I think that's the difference coming out of the junior game into the senior game, where you're playing these players who not only get the shuttle back, but just make you work that little bit harder for your points. So Oscar hasn't given him anything, so he's made him work really, really hard for the points. So for Josh, it can be quite hard because you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. He's doing a lot of good things, and he's playing a lot of good shots, but it's been able to string more than one or two together that you need to against these players. And with Oscar's experience and what he's capable of,
7,
he's
2.
just very good at dealing with a lot of these situations.
It's called good.
Service
And for
over.
Josh Feng, you felt he had to win that. He had a
3,
smash midway through that
7.
rally that Guo just scooped up just before it hit the court surface.
Oh, it was a fantastic read by Oscar.
Sliced it wide.
Service over. 8, 3. Out. 9, 3. Out.
Well, even if he is to lose this, and it does look like that he will, Josh Feng,
Match
he has
point
gained an
3.
awful lot of confidence from this LearnCoach New Zealand League. I say confidence in the sense that he's had the opportunity week in, week out to play against New Zealand's best players. And on reflection, I'm sure that he will look back and find the positives. But tonight, just unable to match
Match
it
won
with
by
Oscar
Huawei
Guo.
Dragons,
And,
11-4, 11-3.
In fact, that scoreline, the last time they met was 3-4, this time 4-3. But well played, Oscar Guo. Far too good, especially when you consider that Feng led it 3-1 in the first game.
Yeah, definitely. Josh asked a lot of questions, but he just needs to be able to string a few more pressure strokes together to be able to really pressure Oscar. Oscar did a fantastic job of not only staying in the rally, but playing at speed without errors. So ultimately, when he was able to play at that speed and move Josh around, Josh just really struggled for answers. So fantastic win by Oscar.
Well, Oscar, well done. How tough is that, playing a really good mate?
Yeah, it's hard. He played really well today, so yeah, so he was real consistent, and I had to just make sure I was also doing the same, so it was a bit tough.
Because, I mean, you've come up through the grades. I guess you know each other's games really well.
Yeah, so I'm only 1 year older than him, so yeah, throughout juniors, I always played him.
That gets you back on level terms, an important one. Of course, as soon as the team gets to 4, that's it tonight. So a big goal for the team to make sure you finish strongly and get that 3rd place.
Yeah, definitely. We're just going to work hard and just keep sharing, keep pushing each other to make sure we get over the line.
Well done, good win, good performance. Oscar Guo gets the win in the men's singles and does so comfortably over very good friend Joshua Feng. Coming up next, it's the women's singles. The race for third place in the LearnCoach New Zealand Badminton League at the Waitakere Badminton Centre, and it's evenly poised at one apiece after a win in the opening mixed doubles for the OnePure Wolves, and then it's levelled up through Oscar Guo winning in the men's singles. Confirmation of those two results, and the matches still to come. Women's singles next, followed by men's doubles. Women's doubles with that unbeaten combination of Rowan Apalasuk and Donona Pak for the Wolves, and then we end the evening possibly with the mixed doubles, because if one team gets to 4 wins tonight, that's it, the tie is over. But of course, we keep going until we find a winner. So golden game, 3-all is very much a possibility, I would think, tonight. Let's welcome our women's singles players. And this one has a very similar look to it to the men's, with Caitlin Rosario yet to get a win in the LearnCoach New Zealand League, up against some quality players, but again, like Josh Feng, invaluable experience. Simon Lin and Trish Gubb, our officials for this one, and Caitlin is up against one of the very best in young Shauna Lee.
Shauna, black or green? Black calls. Oh, black it is. Receive. Okay, thank you.
So one of the real prospects in the game, and you might suggest she's more than a prospect. She's already on top of the rankings, but at just 16 years of age, how good might she be, Shauna Lee?
Oh, she's fantastic potential there, and I guess the world's really her oyster.
She has an all-court game, left-handed as you see, has power when needed, but wonderful court craft at such a young age, and a wonderful appreciation of when to play the right shot. And she has the ability to play them all, don't you worry. So Shauna Lee with a record of 5-1 and has won both clashes between the two. Caitlin Rosario at 19 years of age, 4th ranked in New Zealand, but just has struggled to get a win, as I say, in a very elite field of women's singles players.
Yeah, she finished last year really, really strong, and she just hasn't quite bounced back the same this year. I think she has just really lacked a little bit of rhythm. She had actually had a win against Shauna towards the end of last year, and I had expected her to come out and be a little bit closer in some of the games. But I think I wouldn't be surprised if she was able to pull an upset out here, but I definitely think that Shauna is the favourite in this match.
Ready to play.
So this has, without question, been a strength of the Dragons, the women's singles. Shauna Lee, on 5 of 6 occasions, has been able to pick up a victory. Can she do so tonight in the final match of her singles competition anyway in this LearnCoach New Zealand League? She will feature a little later this evening alongside Ashley Tan in the women's doubles, and then Oscar Guo in the final mixed. So she'll have a busy night.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Huawei Dragons, represented by Shauna Lee. On my left, OnePure Wolves, represented by Caitlin Rosario. OnePure Wolves to serve, love all, play.
Well, if that's a sign of things to come, it might be Rosario's night.
One love. It's over.
The dose, though.
1-all. It's over. 2-1.
Strong start here by the Wolves.
3-1.
Yeah, last time they played, Shauna Lee won 11-8, 11-7, which are straight games, but clearly that scoreline highlights that Rosario is very much in the match. Gets another little tickle over the net, so this is very positive for Rosario.
When you see Caitlin playing from above her head, she plays a lot of pace, and what makes her really dangerous is when she's able to play up and over Shauna, so she gets a lot of speed in her clears, which then obviously open up the front part of the court. What's been interesting is that she's used a lot of pace out from the back of the court, and she's got stuck a couple of times on her backhand, so it'll be interesting to see Shauna try and target that backhand and try and move in.
Service over.
Caught the baseline, but missed the sideline.
5-3. Service over. 4-5.
So you can see that pace I was talking about just in over Shauna's head that Caitlin possesses, just pulled her out of position. She's just playing a tad flat at the moment, which means that Shauna's not having to go right out to the edge of the court. If she can just add a little bit of height in there, that'll open up a lot of space for her to tack into.
That is one of the great shots from Shauna Lee, that playing that cross court, just taking the pace off the shuttle.
5.
Well played by Rosario.
It's over.
She mustn't allow Lee to get her tail up and to get a run of points.
6-all.
Nice pace, nice pressure on the back of the court there.
7-6. Service over.
Oh, that was close.
Yeah, and unlucky not this time.
7-all.
Just had a couple of nice fortunate rolls of the net at the first part of this game.
Wow, that was an error from Lee. Looked like an
over.
easy winner and just pushed it too hard.
Yeah, she dictated the whole rally there.
7. Service over. 8-all. Nine, 8.
Just see a couple of errors there by Rosario. It's interesting how she's gone away from putting pace in over Shauna and started to play slower back on the net. I think that definitely suits Shauna's game. We see the difference there where she's kept a lot more pace when she's playing to the front of the court, and that just keeps Shauna away from the top of the net and stops her attacking.
9-all.
Scoreline now corrected, 9-all. Trying for the miracle shot there, Rosario. And that just opens the door now for Lee at game point.
9. Service over. 10-all.
That's a little bit more of where she wants to play the game. She wants to keep the pace on and keep Shauna back.
Oh, this is good from Rosario, but she must close out this game.
Yeah, this will be a big point for the confidence. If she can get this one across the line, she'll have her tail up going into the second set.
Taking her time. And it goes wide. So Rosario does win the opening game. And the threat of an upset very much on the cards here. As Caitlin Rosario wins it 12-10. And really gives the Wolves an opportunity here. We can't pick up Fanny Megawati there at the moment, but I'm sure for the most part it's just encouragement just to continue with what you're doing and maintain that same game plan.
Yeah, I think she had a really good first set, but I think the most important part here is just probably two parts. One, the pace she's playing at. So when she's playing into the front of the court, she needs to make sure there's a bit of pace on there. If she plays slow, that's allowing Shauna to come into the net and dictate terms. If she's playing with a bit of pace, that'll keep Shauna a little bit lower in the net, which means that she can keep the attack and play at her speed. The second thing I think that's important is when they're playing up and over Shauna's head, she needs to get the height right. If the height's just a little bit flat, Shauna's able to jump up and get the attack. But if she's able to get the height up and over Shauna, she's able to use the pace that she generates in her overhead strokes to really get a big advantage and pull her out of position.
And this is a real test for Shauna Lee. She does have that very impressive 5-1 record. Her only loss coming against Sally Fu in round 3, but she reversed that in style, defeating Sally Fu 11-7, 11-1 in the most recent round. So this a real test of her character now, having gone down in a match that, quite frankly, she's a very warm favourite to win.
Second game. Love all. Play.
And we wonder also how much the pressure of the team sort of score is sort of weighing on her here, because with the Wolves' strength being in the doubles in the mix, this is a game that the Dragons really do need to get on the board.
1 love. Love.
It's a nice strong start there by Shauna in the first couple of rallies.
Oh, that's great badminton from both players. And in the end, it's Shauna Lee that shows the greatest resolve, but superbly played.
3 love.
She's definitely come out and played at just a slightly higher speed here, and she looks a little bit more purposeful with her strokes.
Four love. Service over. 1-4.
Such a brilliant shot, isn't it? It's so hard to defend.
Yeah, nah, Shauna's very strong when she's in a nice balanced position. She's got very good placement, and she can hit a lot of winners. It'll be interesting to see if Fanny's going to use her timeout card in this set, or whether she's saving it for the next set, because it's starting to get to that point where she needs to either try and slow it down or break Shauna's rhythm, or whether she's saving it for the third set if it goes that far.
Service over. 2-6.
A mental error was always falling in.
7-2.
Just fantastic pressure by Shauna. She's just playing at such a pace with such precision this set.
Service over. 3-7.
Just caught the line.
4-7.
Couple of quick points here, and Rosario is right back in this.
Yeah, it's amazing how much a couple of rallies or a couple of points can change in this sort of game. With it being such a short game and 11 points, 2 or 3 can create a lot of scoreboard pressure quite quickly.
It's over. 8-4.
She had the opportunity there, she just tried to play it a little bit too tight.
And that was halfway down the net, a long way from the right target zone.
Yeah, she just looks a little bit rattled and she just needs to slow it down and just get into a few more rallies. But that's testament to how Sean has played this set. She's come out and she's really played at a pace and it's been really difficult to deal with.
10.4.
Comfortable win. Levels it up, 1 game apiece. They'll go to the third, Lee and Rosario.
Second game won by Huawei Dragons, 11-4.
A little more like normal service has resumed, with Shauna Lee, the favourite, having dropped that first game and perhaps has been awakened from her slumber.
Yeah, she definitely played with a lot more purpose in that set. And the difference was Caitlin just didn't have the time to think about what she was doing, and she wasn't dictating the rallies like she did in the first set. So the challenge here is when it gets tough, you have to adapt your game and try and find that dominance again. Shauna's game's moved, so now it's can Caitlin find an answer and adapt what she's doing to get that advantage back over Shauna. But she definitely needs to be a little bit more patient with what she's doing and try and keep a little bit more pace in it. There's a lot of slower stuff into the front, which definitely played into Shauna's hands in that set. But Shauna also forced a lot of those strokes with the quality and speed she was playing at in behind Caitlin.
So Shauna Lee, the 16-year-old, certainly will carry the momentum into this deciding game now, with the tie at 1 apiece. And certainly the Dragons would have expected, when they did their calculations, they would have expected to win both singles. That's not being arrogant, that's not being overconfident, that's just looking at form, looking at where the relative strengths of both teams lie.
20 seconds.
So
20
anything
seconds.
other than a win here for Shauna Lee would set the Dragons very much back on their heels. Let's see if Rosario can repeat her form from the first game.
Final game.
She needs to lift.
Love all. Play. One love.
First point was brilliant by Lee, but that was an unforced error.
Three love.
Looking unstoppable now, Shauna Lee.
Yeah, Caitlin just needs to get the serve back and be able to try and dictate from that way.
Service over. 1-4. Service over. 5-1.
I think we'll see a timeout card very shortly if it doesn't change.
6-1.
It's just a succession of unforced errors. Ricky Zealand is delighted, of course, not
7-1.
at the failure of the opponent, but the success of this young lady. In the end, it's Rosario who asks for the timeout, I think.
OnePure Wolves.
Tony Megawati responding. And Caitlin Rosario wants to have a chat, but I think this horse might have bolted.
Yeah, I think it might have been 2 or 3 points too late. I think when they got to 5 and there was that 4-point gap, that's probably when it needed to be stopped. It'd be a very tough ask for her to come back from here now.
Really not a lot here for Ricky Olsen-Zegerman to talk about, other than just to keep her young 16-year-old singles player focused. And so go back out, forget the scoreboard, play one good point at a time.
20 seconds.
And she's
20
ready to go.
seconds.
Rosario makes her way back out to return the serve.
9-1. Play.
That's better.
Serve is over. 2-9.
Won't give Rosario anything here. Wonderful
over.
defence from Lee, and it brings up
10
match points
match
now,
point.
and a whole
2.
bunch of them to send the Dragons out to a 2-1 lead in the race for third place. And that's class. So after a slow start, and Rosario played well in that first game, but Shauna Lee then just stamped her authority all over this match. And is a runaway winner in the end, 11-4.
Match won by Huawei
11-2.
Dragons, 10-12, 11-4, 11-2.
And that was Shauna Lee. Maybe a little complacent, but Rosario, credit to her in that first game for her performance, but wow, Lee just too strong in the next 2 games.
Yeah, definitely. Caitlin played really, really good attack in that first couple of games, and I think the difference was that coming to that second set, Shauna had a lot more purpose around what she's doing. She lifted the intensity, she lifted the pace, and she just made no errors. And that made a big, big difference.
You're racing in here to have a chat. Well done. Slow start, but Caitlin played really well in that first game.
Yeah, it was a bit of a slow start from me, but yeah, she did play quite well in the first set. I'd have to agree with you, yeah.
What did you change in your game in games 2 and 3? What were the instructions from your coach, and what did you change?
I think in the first set I was a bit nervous, so after that I got the nerves out and then was able to play more of my game in the second and third set. Yeah.
Is that playing with a little more pace? Is that something you like?
I actually quite like playing slow, to be honest, but yeah, so usually works better if I try and use my shots and stuff, so that's probably why.
Well, it certainly worked in the second and third games. Well done. Great win for your team, putting the Dragons up. There's Shauna Lee as she finishes her singles campaign in the LearnCoach New Zealand Badminton League, but still, of course, will play in the women's doubles and the mixed, if required, in the final match this evening. Remember, if a team gets to 4 tonight, we stop. We don't play any remaining matches because it is a playoff match tonight, the race for third place prize money. Will one of those teams get there, or do we go to a golden game? Time will tell. Coming up next, it's men's doubles.
Welcome back in as our race for third place continues. Tomorrow night, of course, it will be all about the grand final, looking to find the ultimate winner in the LearnCoach New Zealand Badminton League. But tonight, the Huawei Dragons and the OnePure Wolves are doing battle for the minor placings. And at the moment, it is the Dragons with the advantage, 2-1. Remember, 6 matches on the night, so if they get to 4, they win it. If we're finished at 3-3, we go to a golden game. They've done it so far on the back of wins in the singles, having lost the opening mixed doubles. But can they continue? They're not favourites, I've got to tell you, in the men's doubles, with Leighton Davis and Evan Wong having won both of these encounters. Let's welcome our men's doubles onto our show courts. This was very close last time they played a couple of weeks back, and won 11-8 in the third by Leighton Davis and Wong. So Adam Jeffrey and Dylan Sojaza will be pretty keyed up for this, and at 2-1, of course, it becomes critical. Every match is critical, but if they can go all but go to 3, then the remaining combinations can really play with some freedom. As Richard Bramley is in control of this one.
Yep. Just over here, mate. Even you can call in green or black. Green. It is green. Dylan to serve. Evan to receive. Thank you.
Chance to introduce 2 new faces tonight, with Dylan and Oliver having already played in the opening mixed, but we will see Evan Wong for the first time this evening at 19 years of age, one of those development players, junior players coming through into the senior ranks, and benefiting hugely from the opportunity to play alongside Oliver Leighton Davis. And on the far side of our shot there is a familiar sight of Dylan Sojasa, fiercely competitive, and you just know that he will be all the more fired up, having lost that opening mixed doubles, one that I'm sure he and Alyssa Tagle had targeted big time. Started well but couldn't go on with it. He partners Adam Jeffrey. It's another one of these many teenagers making a name for themselves in the LearnCoach New Zealand League. And they have been a consistent combination, played right throughout, and they have a 2-win, 4-loss record. And as mentioned, on both occasions that they've played Leighton Davis and Wong, it is the OnePure Wolves that have come out the winners. And there is Leighton Davis, who, as he does with Rowan Palasuk, he's almost out there on the floor as the coach and the playing partner. And he's had to find that balance, because it's not always possible. Sometimes you just have to leave the coaching for the duration of the game and just get on with being the best playing partner that you can be. Brent Miller is alongside. Your thoughts going into this one? The Wolves clear favourites given that record?
I think they are slight favourites. A lot of it's going to come down to how the more experienced players sort of control the game and make it easy for their partners. I'm sure there'll be some nerves in there on both sides, especially with this match being quite a crucial one, and the first matches for both Adam and Evan. I would say the experience of Oliver should sort of get them home, but it would be interesting to see how the Dragons step up and play in this game.
Final moments of the player warm-up, and a chance just to get a feel for the conditions.
Dylan, just wait.
It's got a technical hitch with the scoring platform at the moment, so Richard Bramley will receive a replacement momentarily. The alternative, I'm sure, is
ladies and gentlemen,
manual scoring. We're only going to 11.
On my right, OnePure Wolves, represented by Oliver Leighton Davis, Evan Wong. On my left, Huawei Dragons, represented by Adam Jeffrey, Dylan Sajasa. The Huawei Dragons to serve, Dylan Sajasa to Evan Wong, level. Play. Out. So it's over. Ollie, just wait please.
Here's the backup equipment arriving. Referee Chin Fong delivers a freshly
Thank you. One
powered
love.
iPad. Well played, Evan Wong sets up the winner for Leighton Davis.
Yeah, nice attack there by the Wolves.
Two love. Three love.
Almost got there too early.
It's over. 1-3. It's over. 4-1.
You can see the impact Oliver's had on the game already. The first
Play.
5 rallies here, he's made a big impact from the front of the court.
Out. It's over. 2-4.
Might be one of those nights for Evan Wong. He's got a very interesting serving action. He puts a little bit of a spin or a back spin on it to try and get the shuttle to go. So he cuts a little bit. So some days he has a really good day, and other days it's not as consistent. Nice pressure again there from Oliver at the front of the court.
5-3.
Pushing into the corners, putting the Dragons right on the back foot. This has been pretty faultless so far from Leighton Davis, and Wong playing his part too.
6-3. Seven, 3. It's over. 4-7.
Just to return a serve there, clipping the net and just putting Evan off his swing a little bit.
Good persistence there from Wong. Didn't try and hit the feathers off the shuttle, just played into the body of the Dragons players. At the moment, the Dragons must feel like there's about 3 Leighton Davises over there. He's everywhere.
Yeah, no,
9.
the Wolves are
4.
moving really well around the court, and they're just in really good position. I think the Dragons just need to find a way to make the court a little bit bigger and get a little bit more shuttle movement in. Oliver's been really, really dominant, and he's made it really easy for Evan in this first set.
Oh, he's just
Over.
seen an opportunity there and snatched at it.
9.
I think he is lucky Dylan hit it. I think the serve was going to go short again.
It's wide, so the Dragons, have they weathered the storm here? A couple of points
6.
and they're right back in this.
9.
So quick to pounce though, aren't they, the Wolves?
That's a
Over.
nice attack.
10.
It's good pressure
Game
on the front
point.
by Oliver,
6.
but also good following in by Evan, filling the gap.
Well, I think that's as good as they played in this LearnCoach New Zealand League. Oliver Leighton-Davis and Evan Wong. There was little there that Adam Jeffrey and Dylan Sajasa could do to try and force their way
First
into the
game
contest.
won by OnePure Wolves. 11. 6.
We'll see if we can't have a listen in here to Ricky Segerman.
Each time you get a lift, Ollie will take a step forward. Eh? So if you play too soft, huh? Yeah. So he takes a step forward. So we need to put a little more pace in, or we need to put it over him. So even have to go behind him. Eh? Remember that when they have the attack, Ollie is standing in the middle. So we can use flat, straight flat, or we can move him with height, but he have to be high. If you go over the middle, Oliver is standing. Eh? When we're in defense, we step forward. Eh? So we can do something with the shuttle. Eh? So remember to step into the shuttle. Eh? Eh? Mm? We are better now, so we just need to keep going so we can get into what we know we can play. Eh? Eh? Come on. Eh? Any concerns? No. Yeah. Yeah. But remember, we can't play too soft to the front, eh? Yeah. Can in the opposite side of Ollie, we can play softer, so that's okay. But otherwise, we have to give it a little more and wait for our chance. Eh?
So no surprise there, great insight. No surprise that much of that conversation was talking about Oliver Leighton-Davis.
Yeah, definitely, and it talked about his dominance at the front of the court. So what Ricky was just really saying is where the gaps were. So there's certain, when Ollie's at the front, there's certain places and paces that they need to play at to try and keep him away from the net or keep him from causing as many problems as he did in that first game.
Oh, great badminton. Goodness me, they are playing well. There was little that Jeffrey and Sajasa did wrong there.
Yeah, well, I think that's when they get on the defence. They just need to give it away a little bit. If they're in a level pegging, then they can play into the front of the court. But as soon as they get below the tape and Oliver moves in, they can't half-by do it. They've got to go all the way over. Even though they didn't get that rally, you can see a lot more height in the rally and a lot more movement of the shuttle. That's going to stop Ollie from getting set and hopefully mean that they can get back on the attack a little bit more.
Good timing there from Adam Jeffrey. With each point now that the Wolves pick up, the scoreboard pressure starts to build. Dylan Sajasa is very vocal and will try and lift his team.
Yeah, it was nice attack and nice angles there.
Two, three, change. It's over. 4, 2.
Timeout. So
Timeout.
Ricky Segerman
Huawei
has
Dragons.
not delayed, and I think that's good coaching, not allowing this game to get away completely from Jeffrey and Sajasa, and just going back out to perhaps repeat some of the messages.
Yeah, well, I think they've played a lot better in this set. They've just made a couple of errors. So I think the way they're going about it and the height they're putting in the rallies is definitely giving them a chance, and they're asking a few more questions. But again, it will be to reinforce what they're trying to do and just make sure they're all on the same wavelength.
And in this very quick scoring format, the race to 11, you just cannot let that score blow out at all before you intervene and try and make a change.
Well, it makes a difference when you're a set down as well. There's another couple of points and the match is nearly gone.
5, 2, play.
Well, he is dominating this match, Oliver Leighton-Davis.
Oh, he's at it. He's playing really, really well. That was actually a really good movement of the shuttles by the shuttle by the Dragons. But as soon as Ollie got a sniff, he was in there and he was finishing it off.
Oh, he just missed the final shot. Evan Wong had played superbly through that rally. Much to the delight of Oliver Leighton-Davis until he just didn't put enough on that final shuttle.
Yeah, no, he withstood a lot of attack there. You can see the Dragons directing a lot of the attack down Evan's line.
It's over. 7, 3.
Sajasa won't stop trying. You can guarantee that.
Over. 4.
If they can get another couple of points quite quickly here, it'll level up very, very quickly.
Change.
And that makes it.
There's one of them, so it's 5-7. Suddenly, it is very much game on.
5, 7. Six, 7. Timeout. OnePure Wolves.
Okay, Fanny Megawati wants to have a chat. This is interesting. Calling the timeout now with a 1-point lead in game 2. So that's burning the timeout ahead of a possible game 3. But, perhaps deciding here that she needs to change tactics and just have a word with her players, Fanny Megawati.
Yeah, well, I think there's two things. One, they've won 3 points on the trot, but second of all, they've now got the serve at even. So if they had been serving to Ollie, she may have let it go one more rally, but now they've got the serve at even. It might just give them an opportunity to talk through it and slow the game down to try and stop them getting level pegging.
Six, 7. Play.
So the timeout does the trick.
7. 8, 6.
And now they reassert their dominance.
9.
Yeah, it was nice play by
6.
the Wolves.
Match points.
10. Match point. 6.
This to take the tie to 2 apiece. And they do. Well, at 7-6, they'd lost a bit of momentum. They called timeout, and what a good timeout it was from Fanny Megawati, because they came back out, won the next 4 points very quickly and wrap it up. And that takes us to 2-all. And of course, what that means is that at the very least, we are going to go to the final match tonight.
Match won by OnePure Wolves, 11-6, 11-6.
Because regardless of who wins the next, the final match is going to be live, so to speak. So that just keeps it in the balance, the race for third, but that was impressive. And Evan Wong played his part, Brent. Oliver Leighton-Davis was superb, but Wong had to go with him, had to be there.
Oh, definitely. Any time you're in a pair, whether it's doubles or mixed, it's important that both players play their part. I have to say, though, that Ollie definitely did have a fantastic game there. Anytime anything loose come in around that net, he was in on the net so fast and just put so much pressure on and made it easy for his partner. And when the rallies were there to win, he was the one playing the fantastic shots.
Well, guys, what did Fanny say in that final timeout? Because he came out and just wrapped the game up. What did she say? Genius.
Just down, down, down. Yeah, that's basically it.
Simple as that. Some simple instruction, but well played. And Ollie, you look like a man possessed tonight, looking to dominate that middle of the court.
Yeah, I played well tonight actually as well, and both of us, I think it was good. We had a plan and we decided to execute on that, and we did really well. It's one thing to have one, but to do it like that, like we did, I was just trying to make sure there was no space there at the net. So really happy with how it went.
Evan, when you take time now to look back, and you might not be done yet, of course, tonight, but when you take time to look back, what have been the big learnings for you, excuse the pun, in the LearnCoach New Zealand League? Have you had a lot of fun as well as getting some vital experience?
Yeah, definitely had a lot of fun. I guess the most important takeaway is to warm up properly so you can get a good start to the game like we did today.
It sounds like there might be a message in that it's taken you until now, but well done.
Probably should have tried that earlier, in the league, but...
Well done, mate. Well done. Very good win, guys. Congratulations. So the OnePure Wolves see the tie now drawn level at 2 apiece. And all to play for. Remember, we're chasing third place prize money tonight ahead of tomorrow night's grand final. Coming up next, it's the women's doubles.
Well, the third place playoff is evenly poised. In fact, it couldn't be any more even. It is two apiece between the Huawei Dragons and the OnePure Wolves. And that means that all of our matches will be live in some way, shape or form. If either of these two teams had got to 4 very quickly, then the tie would have been over. But that win in the men's doubles for the Wolves ensures that we'll go the distance with that mixed doubles set to be the decider. But first up, let's welcome our women's doubles onto our show courts. This is another doubles match that has been dominated by the Wolves. That's been their strength through the competition, and there's been no more dominant appearing, really. Whether it's a singles player or a doubles combination, no one has been more dominant than Apalasuk and Pak with a 6-0 record. And they will look to continue that here tonight. They were pushed big time by Shauna Lee and Ashley Tan last time they played, winning at 11-8 in the third.
Ashley, black or green? Black called. Green, your choice. Anona will serve. Who will receive? Thank you.
Trish Gubb in charge of this one. So a chance to reacquaint ourselves with these players. Ashley Tan, the only one of the 4 not to have played already tonight. Sorry, Anona Pak, first time out there for her as well. She will play in these final 2 matches. There's Rowan Apalasuk, 16 years of age and already impressed tonight. Slow start in the mixed with Oliver Leighton-Davis, but came through to win it in 3 over Sajasa and Taggle. Shauna Lee, there's no end to her talents, ranked number 1 in singles, number 4 in women's doubles, and number 2 in mixed doubles. Not bad for a school kid. She is quite the prodigious talent. And she will partner Ashley Tan, also 16 years of age, and this is her area of expertise, Ashley Tan. She's pretty much settled into being a women's doubles specialist, if you like, in this Huawei Dragons lineup. And she'll look to have a big performance here in what could be her only appearance tonight. I say that with the possibility of golden game still looming. There is Anona Pak at 26 years of age, experienced international campaigner. Oliver Leighton-Davis, her regular mixed doubles partner in the background there, just enjoying a drink after his win in the men's doubles. And you can see ranked at number 3 in women's doubles. And she will clearly be the captain of this team, if you like. But Rowan Apalasuk has just come on in leaps and bounds through this competition and won't be shy of giving Anona some advice as well. They're a great and developing combination for sure. So Apalasuk and Pat, can you see their unbeaten run ending in this one?
No, I see them as firm favourites. The 3 younger girls have played a lot of badminton together, and Anona is definitely probably our shining light in the women's doubles, and I would expect her to sort of take the game by the scruff of the neck and sort of dictate what's happening. She should be the difference on the court.
Final chat with her coach, Fanny Megawati, and perhaps now we'll relay some of that information to Rowan Apalasuk. Of course, Anona and Oliver Leighton-Davis still have aspirations
Ladies
of
and
playing at the
gentlemen,
Tokyo Olympics, whenever they might be.
On my right, Huawei Dragons, represented by Shauna Lee and Ashley Tan. And on my left, OnePure Wolves, represented by Rowan Apalasuk and Anona Pak. OnePure Wolves to serve, Anona Pak to Ashley Tan. Love all, play.
Of course, I mentioned the Olympics were a bit of a throwaway line. When are they going to be held? Well, they should have been underway right now. And they are scheduled for a year from now. But, goodness me, this pandemic that has gripped the world shows no signs of loosening its hold at the moment.
Service over. 1-all.
Palace just stretching out the right foot, just appeared to be in a little bit of pain after that first point. Miscommunication. Dragons were quick to pounce.
Service over. 2-1.
Yeah, they've come out of the blocks really fast and really aggressive, which is good to see.
Service over. 2-all.
Fantastic return of serve there, just changing the angle on the Dragons, sending them or making it difficult for them to read where it's going. Nice change of pace on the smash there as well.
3-2.
In these colder conditions, it can be quite hard work attacking from the back of the court, so to expect to see a lot of change of paces in the smash, and often it's quite hard to time, so you can just see Shauna was just threw the shot a little bit quick there and sending it out the side.
Palacic had the right idea, but just needs to temper the enthusiasm and just place the winning shot rather than trying to blast it away.
Out. Service over. 4-3.
Oh, that's lovely. That's better. That's almost the shot she needed to play in the previous rally or two a moment ago.
Yeah, we still want to see her attack though. I think the thing is that whoever holds the top of the net at the front of the court is going to be the dominant pair. So it's all right sometimes in those situations for them to make an error, as long as the intent's there to attack.
4-5. Service over. 6-4. Play. Good. 7-4.
Real dominance there shown by Nona at the front of the court.
9-4.
Well, Palacic got there, but it was really clever from Lee. Both Wolves players were right back on the baseline.
Yeah, they needed that point. good fight there by the Dragons. Palasok there played some really nice angles and variations in her attack and kept them right on their toes.
Service over. 10. Game point 6.
They've won all 6 of their matches in the LearnCoach New Zealand League. They have Rowan Palasok and Anona Pak. Good rally, both teams starting to warm to the task.
7. 10.
Was very keen for that shuttle to be changed on 2 or 3 occasions. Eventually, that is the case. Pak did all the work, and then Palasok just pounced to hit the winner, which is really good doubles combination
11,
play.
8.
And this unbeaten pair continue on their merry way. 6 wins already in the league, and on the 7th occasion, they will play from in front. Let's have a listen into Fanny Megawati.
Remember that one first. So there you straight there, you try to turn it. Yeah, to cross it. Whatever it is. Or you jump and then snap it. And then all the smashing unit count 1. Because the shuttle a bit slow, right? You should stick smash like that. And the front person ready. The front person a little bit 1 step to the back. So you can block it. Push. Get ready. Yeah. Again, like I said, it's Shauna in the left side. Set back. Because the backhand is not right. Yeah. The backhand is not that quick. Yeah. One more thing. Receive serve. Remember, Shauna forehand. Go over there. Yeah, go over there. Yeah. And then stop.
So a bit of focus there from Fanny Megawati, almost a reminder to these 2 players that Shauna Lee's left-handed. Make sure you know and are aware of where her backhand is.
Yeah, I think it's also to do with the pairing on the other side and where the holes are. So in certain scenarios, potentially her partner may not be sliding or leaving holes in the gap in the court. So what happens is when you're defending, if you're on the straight, generally you cover on your body and on the line. If you're on the cross court, you cover a little bit more. So what they're talking about is when they've got Shauna on one side of the court, she might be holding a racket a certain way or just leaving a space where they might be able to exploit.
Second game. Love all. Play.
Shauna Lee, and power on most occasions there, and eventually muscled her way through to the point.
Service over. 1 all.
It's unfortunate there, they'd set the rally up really well.
She is very aggressive, Rowan Palasuk, and as a result, you often see a few swings and misses from her in the front court because she's always looking to poach. On the one hand, it might put her partner off, but it's good. It's a good approach, isn't it? She's trying to be dominant.
Yeah, definitely, and that's what I was saying in the game earlier. It's okay if she makes a few mistakes, but it's the presence she brings in that front court. It's just going to force you to play a certain way. It would be interesting to see if the Dragons played up and over her. So when Rowan's defending, you notice that she's always looking to take a step in, and that's probably a little bit to do with how she plays her mixed. But there is a gap just over her head sometimes, and it would be good to see the Dragons try and exploit that a little bit more as well.
Dangerous moments now for the Dragons.
1.
Rowan Palasuk just trying to contain her hair at the moment.
Play.
Clips back in place, ready to go. Oh, yours, they both did.
Over. 2, 4.
There's another one of those occasions where Anona Pack's almost surprised to see the shuttle coming through to her.
Oh, that was definitely Rowan's. It was just a situation where she got caught in the shot before and just couldn't get ready in time.
Good little comeback here from the Dragons.
4 all. Service over. 5, 4. Change.
The opening was just too much to resist. Needed to touch that in rather than try and guide it. It went wide.
She put herself in the perfect place. The Dragons defended a lot better in that rally, so there's a lot more control of the pace. A lot of the time when they're defending, they're trying to play hard and fast and move the back player, and by doing that, they're not getting through the front person.
Service over. 7, 5.
Thought about leaving it And as soon as you are caught in two minds, it's typically terminal.
Ashley.
That's nice play there by the Dragons. They're just able to get Rowan into the back of the court, and I think that the Dragons look like they're a far more dominant pair when they're able to get Rowan to the back and Anona on the front. Anona's just got a few more weapons from the back of the court, and I think Rowan anticipates really well on the front court, and she's putting a lot of pressure, or she knows when to step in.
Good.
8-7. Time out. Wolves.
So Fanny Megawati is not shy of these timeouts late in close games, and called one in the men's doubles when Leighton Davis and Evan Wong were leading. I think that might have been 8-7, 7-6 around the same time in the game, but on this occasion it's her pairing that trail by one.
Yeah, this could be a big call. If it comes off her and she's able to stop the Dragons, then obviously they'll get the game. But if they don't win the set, she doesn't have that for the last for the decider. If things start getting a little bit pear-shaped and they need to stop or slow the momentum of the other team.
20 seconds. 20 seconds.
And certainly that's perhaps where she would then rely on the experience of Anona Pack in that situation. And Pack, of course, would be aware that that's their timeout used now. They try and get things back on track.
8-7.
This second game very much in the balance.
Service over. 8-9.
Good work by the Wolves there. Dragons controlled a lot of that rally, putting a lot in behind Rowan and moving her around. They didn't really have much of a dominant position.
One of the rallies of the match, and certainly one of the longest of the LearnCoach New Zealand League. And Anona Pack, boy, did she cover some miles there.
break point, that one.
Caught the line. What a moment to leave a shot that was certainly well within her range.
Yeah, just with the drop in temperature in the last sort of hour or so, and the shuttle getting a little bit older, it's just slowing down. It's not going to go as far as what it once did, or with the newer shuttle.
Second game point. Second time they can't convert.
Service over. 11 all.
Another change of shuttle. With the shuttle slowing down, it makes it really, really hard to win the rallies from the back of the court, and that's where you can see both pairs really trying to put the pressure on the other team to push them back and then look to counter-attack.
Okay, is it going to be third time lucky?
Service over. 12-11.
Oh my goodness. It was certainly third time unlucky.
Oh, they've dodged the bullet there.
All.
Well, it's quite simply the best shot in the book, though. Talk about luck, but players are aiming to avoid the tape by as small a margin as possible, and if they can just get the roll, that's ideal. Game points, unable to convert any of them, and now they face a match point. Palasuk and Pack looking to go 7-0 in the LearnCoach New Zealand League. Oh, what a rally. What a rally. You will not see anything better. That is the best point played in the LearnCoach New Zealand League. Stunning.
Oh, it's fantastic play by the Dragons there. The Wolves just keep putting it back though, and kept making them play one more.
Goodness me, that had everything. And to think it was on match point. Seeing just Just a succession of long, intense,
13.
very tight rallies here. Second match point opportunity now for Apalasuk and Pack. This to give the Wolves a 3-2 advantage on the night. Well, in the conversation, looking for the best combination throughout this entire LearnCoach New Zealand League, this pairing has to be right at the top of your list. That is superb. Lee and Ashley Tan, they will look back on 3 opportunities to win that second game. But frankly, they're just up against, I think, the best pairing we've seen in this competition in Rowan Apalasuk and Anona Pack.
Match won by OnePure Wolves, 11-8, 15-13.
They just find a way. They continue, whether they're under pressure, whether they're winning from right from the get-go, they find a way. Brilliant stuff.
Yeah, I definitely think that the Dragons played a very, very good game there. And they asked a lot of questions of the Wolves. They didn't do a lot wrong. I think there was a little bit of luck and a nice net cord that proved the difference in that set.
Thanks, Brent. Hey, well done, guys. Congratulations. Just go there, because I know you've been battling a cold for a few days, have you? So all more power to you. Unbeaten through the whole competition. How cool is that?
That's pretty cool. I didn't actually expect to be playing this well throughout the tournament, so it's pretty good, yeah.
And it's amazing the way this combination's developed, and it was just highlighted. You faced 3 game points there, but and wow, amazing rallies. But as a combination, you've developed so much.
Yeah, so the point was to not give up. The shuttle was running really slow, so no matter how hard we hit it, it's going to come back, and then it's just patience game.
Did you guys talk about the unbeaten run? Did you talk about how important that was personally to make sure you stayed unbeaten?
We tried to put that aside because that would just distract us on court. So, yeah, so it's good. It's a bonus that we kept the unbeaten streak.
I guess I shouldn't say anything about it yet, because who knows, there might be a golden game. But well done, congratulations. I know you've got to play another game, but great stuff. Well done on a brilliant LearnCoach New Zealand League.
Thank you.
Rowan Apalasuk and Anona Pack with another great performance. They stay unbeaten, 7-0 in the women's doubles. Who knows, they might be called upon to play a golden game, because we're at that point now on the night where if the Dragons can win the final match, we will be level at 3 apiece. It's the mixed doubles to round off our evening next.
We are back at the Waitakere Badminton Centre, the LearnCoach New Zealand Badminton League, as it has done right through this season, serving up some brilliant badminton and very, very closely fought badminton as well. This is the battle for third place, and it is now the OnePure Wolves who lead. They led 1-0 early, then it was the turn of the Dragons to win both singles matches, and they led 2-1. Now it's been the turn of the OnePure Wolves. This is their happy place, if you like. The doubles and the mixed, this is where they win most of their matches, and they've won the last two. Can they make it 3 in a row and take out the tie and third place? Let's welcome our final match on court. It's the mixed doubles. Richard Bramley leads them out, and for Anona Pack and Shauna Lee, they're straight back out there on the back of that women's doubles, whilst Oscar Guo has had to sit and watch and wait and then warm up again, and so too Josh Feng, who played the second match of the night against Oscar in that singles.
Josh. Oscar, green or black? Black, green. And it's black. Oscar to receive, and who will serve? Thank you.
So the last time the Dragons and the Wolves met, they went to a golden game. They did reverse, though, the order of their mixed doubles. Last time out, they had Oliver Leighton-Davis and Rowan Apalasuk to bring them home to level the tie up at 3 apiece and go to that golden game. Can Anona Pack and Josh Feng do something similar, but this time to win the tie? Oscar Guo, we saw in the singles, he just tries to find that balance of power and agility and the craft that he brings to the singles court. So he just tries to find that balance in the mixed. Josh Feng, likewise, probably seen as a single specialist, despite being just 18 years of age, but he's got to find the right formula here with Anona Pack to see if they can bring it home, the Wolves. There is Anona, so well and truly warmed up, of course, after that women's doubles win. And Shauna Lee. Mixed doubles ranking of #2 in New Zealand. This is a tough one to pick. Brent Miller alongside in commentary. And Brent, Guo and Lee have only played 3 times. They've won 1, lost 2. But Feng and Pack have only played twice for 1 win, 1 loss. So in the context of the LearnCoach New Zealand League, 2 relatively fresh combinations.
Yeah, well, I think in the case of the Wolves there, obviously Anona and Ollie being regular partners. So depending on who they're playing against, who they would or how that structured the team. I see the Dragons as small favourites here. I think both Oscar and Shauna, even though they're young, have played a number of crunch ties and crunch finals in this sort of situation. Whereas I think what will be really interesting to see is what Anona's impact on the game is, obviously being a mixed double specialist. And this is sort of the discipline where she should stand up and make a bit of a impact on the game.
Oliver Leighton-Davis in the background there, sat in the coach's area alongside Coach Fanny Megawati.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, OnePure Wolves, represented by Joshua Feng and Anona Pack. On my left, Huawei Dragons, represented by Oscar Guo and Shauna Lee. OnePure Wolves to serve, Anona Pack to Oscar Guo. Level. Play.
was nice play there by Josh.
Love.
You could see the Dragons both being singles players. As they play off and pressure Josh, they take a step away from the net, which leaves a gap on the front. Josh did a nice job of just playing into that space. That was a little bit ambitious.
Over.
Josh.
1-all.
Rowe quick to pounce.
2-1. It's over. 2-all. It's over. 3-2.
As Anona mentioned in the match before, she said the shuttle was quite slow, which means it is quite hard work, which means we can expect a lot to drop in. The players really have to watch their back line. But also that means that it's quite hard work from the back court, and it's very much about setting your front player up, and a lot of the rallies will be won by that person in the front, because with the slower shuttle, it's a lot harder to get it on the ground from the back of the court.
Oh, that was touch. Shauna Lee.
It's over. 4-3. Five, 3.
Nice return there by Nona setting up Josh.
4-5.
Can typically get a gauge on how this final match is going, depending on how many players start to warm up, some of whom you'll see stretching in the background. A few more spectators in tonight's finals week, but you'll still see some players starting to stretch with the possibility of a golden game.
Over. 6-4.
Nice return there.
It's over. 5-6. Over. 7-5.
Well, at one point there, Anona Pack just got out of the way. She got off the court and said, all yours, John.
Yeah, I think she's a little bit off balance and probably wasn't able to cover a lot there.
They're under pressure here, the Wolves. Even more so now. This is really impressive from the young combination of Lee and Guo.
Yeah, the attack's been fantastic from the Dragons. But the biggest difference we see is Shauna's just taken that one step towards the net, which has closed that gap. So that's just given the Dragons the attack.
Patience too from Oscar Guo, just picking and choosing his moments to go with
10.
Outright force.
Game point.
Points.
5. It's over. 10.
And that wins it for them. So look to be almost overbalancing Shauna Lee.
Game won by Huawei Dragons.
An amazing ability to almost turn herself inside out there and just get that on the forehand. And they win that game impressively, 11-6, and it really was on the back of being very aggressive and looking to attack.
Yeah, and I think they used a good variation of speed as well. So you've got to give credit to where they're standing, so forcing the Wolves into that sort of game and closing down the net so there wasn't any space at the front for the Wolves to hit into. But secondly, Oscar didn't just go out and hit everything hard. There was a good variation in the attack speed. With the slower shuttles, if you just go out and try and really put pace on everything, you don't always get the return for the effort you're putting in. So you have to be smart and pick your time. It'll be interesting here to see what Fanny's saying to Josh and Anona. I felt that Anona was a little bit isolated in that first game, and just the angles and pace that Josh played at meant it was quite easy to move Josh around the court, and Anona didn't see a lot of shuttles. I think Josh needs to try and put a little bit more pace on it, and Anona might even need to come a step back, and you can see Ollie there sort of signalling that Anona needs to get a little bit more involved at the front of the court.
Dragons must win to take it to a golden game. It would seem fitting that we have a golden game to start our finals week. This for third place tonight.
Play. Out. It's over. 1. Love. It's over. 1. All.
Need a little luck sometimes, and that might see a change in their fortunes, the Wolves.
So it's over. 2.
They might have the luck of the tape tonight.
1. Over. 2. All.
It's good pressure on the front of the court there by Oscar.
What a reaction from Shauna Lee. The art of
3. 2.
Self-defense almost.
Over. 3. 4.
Josh is going about it the right way here. He's trying to put a little bit more pace on and bring Anona into the game. The hard part is he's just not quite finding the right place on the court. So by attacking in and getting at the racket, it's making it really easy for the Dragons to counter-attack his attack.
4. All.
Oh, really good, really good. So much of that rally was about angles and pace.
5. 4.
And that's what the Wolves need more of. When they get into those sort of rallies, that's really where Anona's going to be able to pick her spot and make the biggest impact.
Over.
Probably
5-all.
Probably a little bit ambitious to try and play the net from that low, especially when Sean is standing there.
Case in point.
6-5.
Shauna's positioning on the net's been really, really good in this mixed doubles.
Oh, well done, Josh Bing. That wasn't the easiest of smashes at all with the angle that he had to generate going backwards.
6-all.
No, definitely that was good. He had the option there to play slow, and he took the right option by keeping the pace on.
Oh, sometimes just too hard to resist. The eyes light up.
7.
The shuttle, though,
6.
just dropping below the level of the net.
Well, that was a big opportunity for them there, and it could be a big point in the context of the set.
And I can tell you that behind us on the
8.
back courts here, the warm-ups have just got more intense. The Dragons are 3 points away from taking this tie to a golden game. Oh, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. She did not have a lot of time to instinctively know where the open court was.
Nice change of pace.
We're going to have to just dry that court surface as we see the Wolves head across for a quick drink and towel, dry off some of that perspiration. Despite the cool temperatures, these players are certainly very warm.
Thank you. Seven. 9.
That goes called in.
Yeah, and that's the risk that you spoke about earlier, Brent. That
8.
if in doubt,
9.
in these conditions, probably play the shuttle.
It's a big couple of points here.
It's gone long, so this is a good little comeback. They've drawn level, and now the second game very much in the balance.
All.
That was unfortunate. Shauna actually played a very, very good defensive shot there and moved in and got the attack for the Dragons.
Risk and reward. When you lift, you must go over and beyond Guo. That's how
10.
good he is.
Match point. 9.
I think he was ready for that one.
Guo's taken a tumble there on landing. He's okay. He's up and okay. I think the noise, as much as anything
10.
else, just put a bit of a shockwave through
All.
everyone.
Okay.
What has happened is they've missed their first opportunity on match point. 10-all. Dumps that one into the net. Oscar Guo it is with the shout of determination.
Change.
And another match point.
Over. 11, 10.
The Wolves continue to fight.
Over. 11, all. Play. Over.
Third opportunity now for the Dragons to
12,
take this into a
11.
golden game.
Over. 12, all.
I'm just feeling a little bit of a shift in momentum here. I just feel the Wolves are starting to get a hold of things, but they just need to get through this set.
And I think it coincides with Josh Feng finding some confidence too, because that now brings up a game point for the Wolves.
13,
And
12.
the more it seems that he's involved at the moment, the better off the Wolves are. He's thriving on it.
Yeah, he's taking some good options at the moment. He's just playing the game in the right areas of the court at the right speed.
Play.
Also, he's trying to find some oxygen currently. Oh, and maybe the concentration levels have just dropped with the fatigue.
Over. 13, all.
He's doing a lot of hard work from the back of the court at the moment.
And that time it is the right decision for a fourth time match point. A fourth opportunity to level up at 3-all and go to a golden game.
13.
And they do it, and they do it. What a titanic battle it was in that second game. But it really is a brilliant performance by this young Dragons pairing of Guo and Lee. They showed great courage, great patience, great determination. And Feng and Pak just couldn't find their best form early enough. And it seems somehow
Match won
fitting
by Huawei
that we
Dragons,
go to a golden
11,
game.
6, 15, 13.
Yes, we've had a very, very tight tie, and I think coming into this, it was a really good chance that it was going to end up in that golden game scenario. It'll be really interesting to see what the coaches are going to select. I would anticipate that the Wolves are going to get rid of the singles games, and the Dragons are then going to probably take the mixed away, with Oliver and Anona being able to play together. And then I'd expect that Ricky will make the decision between the men's doubles and the women's doubles for the golden game.
Well done, guys. I shouldn't have guessed anything else. We're going to golden game. you guys have a history with this golden game against the Wolves. Let's talk about your performance as a combination, though. Pleased with the way you've developed? You haven't played all the way through the competition together, but are you pleased with the way you've developed?
Yeah, I think we've played together the last few games, and it's gone better as the tides have gone on, so yeah.
How tough were the conditions with the cold temperatures? It's tough to get some real pace on that shuttle.
Yeah, the shuttle was pretty slow today. So yeah, I had to use a lot of variation, but yeah.
Well done, guys. I'm not going to keep you long because we're going to find out whether you're involved again and back on court, but congratulations, really good win. Shauna Lee and Oscar Guo with a win in the what could have been the deciding mixed doubles. What we do know is it's decided we'll go to a golden game. And through the history, the brief history of the LearnCoach New Zealand Badminton League, we've had so many thrilling moments as a result of these moments, the golden game. When we come back, we'll find out who is going to be playing. Well, welcome back, and it seems fitting that we're going to Golden Game in the first of our finals nights, and even more so given these two teams, the Huawei Dragons and the OnePure Wolves, on both occasions they met in the round robin. You guessed it, they went to Golden Game. First time they played men's doubles, second time was women's doubles. What are we going to play today? We've got the Golden Game board back out again. Chin Fong, our referee, is going to toss the coin. I think Ricky has the call. Take it away, Chin, and let's see who has the option to take away first. If you haven't seen this process before, the coaches will, in order, take a game off the board. And Fanny has first choice. Men's singles, gone. Ricky, mixed doubles. I think I know where Fanny's going here with this one. I should just take over. I think I've seen this a few times before. So women's singles is gone. Okay, Ricky, you get to decide. We've already had men's doubles, women's doubles. Who's going to repeat? Hasn't been. It's gone now. It's gone now. I thought it might have been a fake. It's gone now. So we're going to men's doubles. So we're going a little bit further back in time as history repeats, and we go to a golden game to decide who is going to take third place prize money in the LearnCoach New Zealand League. Brent Miller, this is fascinating. We get something a little extra. We get something a little more. We're going into overtime again, and I can't wait. This is good fun.
Yeah, I can see the two pairs that played earlier today warming up at the moment. So it looks as if there won't be any changes to the pairings. I thought that potentially the Dragons may have thrown Oscar in, seeing he is warm, and he's played in many of these crunch matches before, and maybe chanced it and tried something a little bit different, especially seeing that the Wolves were so dominant in the men's doubles earlier today. But I guess we're going to have to wait and see who turns up when the players take the court.
Yeah, and I'm just having a sneaky peek as we have a look at the matchups from tonight. And as you say, Adam Jeffrey and Dylan Sojasa were beaten earlier tonight by Oliver Layden-Davis and Evan Wong. I'm picking on the conversation I'm seeing on the back courts. So we can't see on our cameras at the moment that it is going to be that same combination. As you say, would have been a bit of a curveball, bit of a risk, but I think Golden Game might well be about that. But Ricky Zegerman has decided to keep the faith with her combination, and fair play. Says to Adam Jeffrey, the 19-year-old, no, you go and see if you can win it alongside Dylan. Go and give it a crack. So fair play to Ricky and the Dragons, but certainly it is favouritism. And listen, if it was men's doubles or women's doubles, favouritism was going to be with the Wolves.
Yeah, although I was surprised that she didn't think a little bit more about the women's doubles. I believe they played Golden Game last time, and especially the way that Shauna and Ashley performed. That last set in the women's doubles was basically decided by one roll of the net tape. So anything could happen. I guess the only thing is that putting two inexperienced players out against someone like Anono who has that experience would potentially in a 1-game-to-11 put the favouritism back into the Wolves.
And that's the key, is it is 1-game-to-11. And in the blink of an eye, momentum can be taken away from you. It can be earned. You can have a couple of rolls off the nets, and if they fall in your favour, then suddenly you're in a position of dominance. It only takes a run of 2 or 3 points to give yourself that advantage. So we're just about ready to roll. In fact, we can now welcome our players in this golden game to decide third place. It will be mixed doubles to try and separate the prize money here at the Waitakere Badminton Centre. Simon Lynn leads out to Adam Jeffrey, Dylan Sojasa. And for the Wolves, Evan Wong and Oliver Layden-Davis. And the players will relish this. In particular, the experienced players here, Sojasa and Layden-Davis. They will love the opportunity to be involved in a match, a game of this nature. Don't think we've got audio from Simon at the moment. We'll rectify that before the game gets underway. But yeah, for these senior players, all the experience in the world, this is what they practice for. The younger players might have a few nerves, but you've just got to put those aside and decide on your tactics and be brave in pursuit of them. Do not step back.
Oh, definitely. I think both teams have to go out there and try and be positive. If you go out there to try and control instead of winning the points, it could easily slip away from you very, very quickly. So you have to go out there and try and make your own luck.
Evan Wong closest to the camera, Dylan Sojasa on the far side, the 25-year-old for the Dragons. As we described, from about halfway through the first game in that final mixed match, players were warming up, so they'll be ready to go. Adam Jeffrey, what an opportunity for the 19-year-old to help decide third place in favour of his team. And Oliver Layden-Davis has seen it all before. Sat alongside me, Brent, in commentary throughout so many matches. He's I think in doing so and in analysing matches as they played out, I think that helps the players. I think they see a different perspective, and he's been able to apply that on occasion. And as we've described, he's often been a pseudo coach out there on the court as well.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the roles of the experienced player, to not only lead those, to play the games, but also to lead those younger partners. And when he's not playing, to also sit on there with Fanny and help with the feedback and what he can spot. And often two sets of eyes are going to be better than one.
So third place on the line. The presentation will take place immediately concluding this golden game to 11. Will it be the OnePure Wolves, or is it the Huawei Dragons? If you were concerned at all about the players taking this seriously tonight, so those concerns have been absolutely allayed with the performances we've already seen. And I'm sure we'll see equal doses of determination and skill
right,
here.
OnePure Wolves, represented by Oliver Leighton-Davis, Evan Wong. On my left, Huawei Dragons, represented by Adam Jeffries, Dylan Sajosa. OnePure Wolves to serve, Oliver Leighton-Davis to Adam Jeffrey. Love all, play.
Every point is to be cherished.
Good positive start there by the Dragons. One of those ones that's just falling between the two players, but it's something that you want Evan to have a crack at. He definitely had a chance to cut that one out.
Well, there's one of those net rolls. I tell you what, if the Dragons win this, I hope this roof is really well secured. Dylan Sajosa could lift it with one shout. Gone wide, listen to Sajosa, look at Sajosa.
Evan just looks a little bit hesitant here. He needs to make sure that he's not waiting for Ollie to win the points for him. He just needs to keep staying involved. He just looks like he's a little bit worried about making a mistake here.
Really good return again from Leighton-Davis. Just a little hesitation with the net being clipped on the way through. And still had the wherewithal to direct it well.
And it was a fantastic serve by Adam under pressure as well.
They must close this lead down quickly now. Oh, complete miss it off the racket of Leighton-Davis.
3-5.
Oh, straight down the middle. Adam Jeffrey looks calm, looks composed. I'd love to know what the heart rate is. Just goes up another couple of beats a minute. As Leighton Davis and Evan Wong refuse to go away, but going point for point now obviously is not good enough. They must go on a run here. The presentations will follow, including the Crystal Ashley Designs MVP for tonight. Oh, great return, Adam Jeffrey. Wow.
Definitely a lot more attack from the Dragons in this compared to the game earlier today.
Oh, they're in control now. Much to the delight of teammates, family, friends.
No timeouts for the coaches in Golden Game. There's no way for them to stop the momentum here. Has to be done by the players.
It's push long. Oh, and he knows it, Leighton Davis.
9-4. I think they need this point here, otherwise it's going to be very, very hard to come back.
Multiple match points, multiple tie points to finish third in the LearnCoach New Zealand League.
10, match point 4.
Oh.
It's over. 5-10.
Wolves will just extend the tension for a moment or two longer. They can't come back from this, can they? They're going to keep trying.
Every point they get here is going to just add that little bit more pressure.
Sometimes the final step is the toughest.
Play.
When the legs are at their most weary and oxygen is at a premium. Jeffrey wins it. Or has he? Has he? What's the decision here? It's ruled in favour of the Wolves. And the tension just ratchets up a little more. I think Jeffrey and Sajasa thought that had clipped one of the Wolves players.
They have to refocus here.
Oh, Dylan Sajasa, listen to the roar of a dragon. They take out the third place playoff in a Golden Game. in the men's doubles, and they win it 11-7. Brilliant stuff. And what a way to start our finals week ahead of tomorrow night's
Match
action.
won by Huawei Dragons, 11-7.
For the third time in 3 matchups, these two teams are forced to golden game. And this time it is the Huawei Dragons who take it out when the pressure was at its greatest. That is summing up all that is good about this LearnCoach New Zealand League by going to golden game. Just thrilling stuff.
Yeah, definitely. It was a great way to end it, and it was fantastic from the Dragons to reverse the result from earlier today. The Wolves looked so dominant in the doubles earlier, but for them to come out, put out that performance under pressure, they must be really, really happy about it.
Well, I said I hope the roof's nailed on pretty good, because you were going to do your best to raise that roof just with a shout at the end. That means a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, I needed to bring the energy, especially losing that last one. But yeah, finally we got a win over them in this league, which is really, really good. But yeah, it's tiring.
How's the heart rate, Adam? I mean, you look very calm on the outside. How's the heart rate?
Real high. Not calm, shaking when I'm serving, everything. Just, yeah, real nervous. So glad it's done and did well and all of that, yeah.
But I mean, that's what's great about this league for young players like you, and for Dylan. You're still young, Dylan, at 25. But for young players to experience this, you can't buy this experience, can you?
No, yeah. There's nothing really like this that I've played, and so it's good. Yeah, it's good.
And I mean, can you see that, Dylan? You've got a bit of international experience. You've played a lot of national tournaments. This is great, isn't it, for players to bank for future matchups?
Exactly. I haven't played much like intense badminton like this. Like the short scoring system and everything, even teams, it makes it one hell of a competition.
It's a great spectacle. Well done, guys. Brilliant win, and the presentation will follow very soon. But well done with a win in the doubles to confirm third place for the Huawei Dragons. I can now introduce our Crystal Ashley Designs MVP, and it's Rowan Apalasuk. Congratulations, Rowan. There you go. Well done on a wonderful individual performance. I guess it's tinged with a little bit of sadness, not able to get third, but just talk about your own performances through this league. Have you enjoyed every moment?
I have to say I didn't enjoy some of the ties because I didn't think I was playing very well, but I just told myself to get through it because this is like a one in a lifetime opportunity, so I just pushed through it. Yeah.
And listen, you've played brilliantly, and I know at times you've said you're a bit nervous, but you've shown on the outside you look to be very calm. So this is great experience for you. You're, what, 16 years of age? Isn't this wonderful experience?
Yeah, definitely. I think this competition has taught me to be calm on the outside, even though I'm really nervous on the inside. It helps me perform better. So yeah.
Well done. Congratulations, Crystal Ashley Designs MVP. Rowan Apalasuk taking out that honour tonight, but sadly on the losing team. And when we come back, we'll have presentations for you. Yes, we'll hand over some of the dosh. Third place prize money is going to go to the Huawei Dragons. Presentations next. Well, welcome back. We've seen some wonderful action on the show court here at the Waitakere Badminton Centre, and it seemed appropriate that it went to golden game to decide third place in the LearnCoach New Zealand League. It's been a delightful competition to be a part of. I know the players have enjoyed it. I know they're going to enjoy this part of it as well, the handing over of some of the prize money. Ian Willens, president of Badminton New Zealand, has the cheques, and we still have cheques these days. We can maybe put it straight into bank accounts, but then the captains might have to... I won't go there. We're going to call in first our fourth place team, the OnePure Wolves. Guys, if you can come across and join us, and we'll shuffle this way a little bit, and Ian will shake hands and hand over the money. Keep coming, Anona. Keep coming over. Keep coming over, guys. Keep coming over. That's it. And then we'll bring Oliver Layden-Davis in. Grab the cheque now, Ollie. Grab the cheque off Ian. There we go. And come on across, Ollie, and let's have a quick chat. Commiserations. This has been a heck of a competition, though, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. I think the fact that we were 3 points away from third place and we're only one game away from the final just last week as well kind of shows how tight everything's been. It's been really, really good to be part of.
And I know it's early, we're only just wrapping this one up, but is this something that can be replicated again? It's unusual circumstances, but there's a future in this type of competition?
Yeah, I hope so, absolutely. I think it's been great for the development of Badminton New Zealand, and again to get like a league structure. I think the first division we normally have has only been sort of 4 days a year, so I think for high performance players to play something throughout even a small season, but 7 weeks is really cool to be part of, and yeah, hopefully it's not the last time we conduct it.
And as you say, so close, the competition was intense, but are you proud of your team?
100%, yeah, exactly. We were not far away from being in the final tomorrow, so I think the way we learned and developed and grew as a team across the 6-7 weeks has been really awesome, and credit to the guys for the way that they've done that and the learnings they've taken from week to week. So hopefully we're back a bit stronger for the next edition.
Good stuff. Well, congratulations, and thanks to OnePure for their support of the Wolves, and we'll let you guys go and slice that cheque up accordingly. Well done, the OnePure Wolves, finishing in 4th place. We'll do a little shuffle here, Ian, and I'll get you in on this side. Now let's bring in our 3rd place team winning tonight. Of course, the Huawei Dragons come in, say hi to Ian, and you can grab that cheque, Dylan, and bring that across. 3rd place money. Come on across, we'll bring the team in. Dylan, congratulations. You showed your emotions, you wore your heart on your sleeve, and in a team environment, I think that was important to give the team that energy.
Yeah, I think that's what it's all about. Showing that effort, showing that we're committed and we're taking 1 point at a time, and really show the team that energy and that level of commitment.
Has this been good fun? I mean, there's been some pressure moments, but in a team environment, have you guys enjoyed that opportunity?
Oh, winning's really fun, but it took us a while. But yeah, no, the first few weeks we lost a couple of tough ones, but I think we grew from that, and we started to enjoy ourselves a lot more towards the end.
And just a great opportunity for some of the development players to play alongside experienced players. So has there been a bit of chatter as well away from the actual games? Has there been a bit of learning done off the court as well?
Yeah, lots of drama. No.
Who's the biggest drama? No, I won't go there.
No, I think everyone's raised their level, playing with each other against, experienced players like Ollie and Anona. It raises everyone's level, and it's super important for us, here.
Good stuff. Congratulations. Well done, Huawei Dragons, finishing in 3rd place. Great stuff, team, and well done on your success tonight and throughout the competition. Congratulations. Go and enjoy that cheque. So there we go. The Huawei Dragons will take that away. Go and enjoy the spoils of that, guys, and that wraps that presentation part. Oh, we're going to have a couple of photos as well while we wait. Shuffle across on that way, guys. There we go. Congratulations. Well done to Ricky as well, coaching the team. My thanks to Brent Miller tonight for joining us in commentary and helping us out with delivering some brilliant badminton, some wonderful colour, some brilliant shot making on a pretty cool night here. The shuttle slowed down, but the pace of the action did not. It's all to come tomorrow night, though, because this was just the appetizer, if you like. The main course tomorrow is the grand final between the Tiger Brokers Tigers and the Hay Tour Hawks, where they will play for the biggest cheque on offer in this LearnCoach New Zealand Badminton League. Make sure you join us from 7 o'clock tomorrow night on Sky Sport Next and Sky Sport 9.